promotional writing is not for everyone to do actually. It depends on your skills and your talent, but it can be nurtured in everyone. I mentioned that we need to start thinking, we need to start ideating so that we can pack your course outline, your course description, and your blurb with a powerful punch. Why? So that we can capture the people to actually read your course. As you can see, for this workshop, it's to expose you on the principles of copywriting as mentioned by Prof. Karim, and also to nurture you in demonstrating the ability to create various writing ideas that employs some basic principles of copywriting, styles and forms of copywriting. But we are more focusing on blurbs, module description, and your biography. This part, the promotional part. As you can see, due to the COVID-19, there's a rise of online courses, certificates, and then people want to enroll in almost anything because some of the people lost their job. So what they do is they wanted to learn more. Okay, they wanted to build their skills, improve their knowledge, and so on. So as the competition rises, what makes your course different from others? How can you stand out? You need to wow the potential takers with your words. Because what they do when they go through websites or they go through Google search or they go through any platform, they will read the course outline or the course description, module description, or the blurbs or your biography to know who are you, what is your course for, how does it help my life to be better. Okay, so this is why you need to know how to promote your course, because other than just providing that micro-credential site, you need to know how to get the money in. Okay, so before you start writing, what I always ask my students do, whether professors, lecturers, or some of the business owners, I would always say that you need to brand yourself. Okay, brand yourself so that you get to be known, you get to be recognized. I mean, I know most of you have so many credentials behind you. You have achievements, you have your awards, and you have your academic background and so on. But which one is the best one to brand you? Which one is the best one to make you out there? So that you are in the same level as those from Stanford, as those from Harvard, or as those from Yale, okay? And you are also in the same level with those masterclass experts of celebrities that is already known throughout the world, okay? Because people love learning from experts and authorized, recognized authorities, okay? So you got to make yourself branded. I will show you how to make yourself branded through personal branding. How is personal branding going to be? I will let you know later. Okay, and then you need to know your audience. Okay, because sometimes when we do our courses, we always think about just letting them know about the education, letting them achieve the learning outcomes and so on. But who is that person going to be going through all of this? It's not students that we have right now in USM. It's more towards everyone that is interested in your course. Okay, so what is your audience persona? Okay, persona is more about not just who they are, but what is their behavior, what is their attitude, what is their purchasing behavior, and so on. You need to know so that you know how to attack their emotional and also their apathy, empathy, excitedness, and so on. Okay, and then next, you need to identify the solution that your audience wants. You give your audience a compelling reason to invest in your course, because as you know, not everyone has the same goal, okay, to actually go through your course. Like for today, most of you go through the course to know how to promote your course, but at the same time, some of you are just going through it so that, or maybe I just want to see how I can write, but I actually know already how to write promotional writing, but I just want to see what Dr. Atikah says today. Some of you might say that, like Prof. Karim, he has already gone through some courses in copywriting, so maybe your goal is different from the others who has not gone through any copywriting courses. Okay, so you need to identify the solution your audience wants. Okay, for the first one is brand yourself. This is where you need to know what you want to put out there for people to have that certain image about you. Okay, so it's like a politician. They say something in front of the television to portray a certain image, okay? Because their publicist has already strategized. Okay, what to say, what not to say, what kind of clothes you should wear, what color you should wear, and so on, because it's part of their branding. Okay, so this is where you need to know your strength. Okay, what is it about you that people really know, people really you're an expert in. Okay, like for myself, I always say, I'm not boasting, but whenever I ask my students to do branding, I always say that you have to find your one thing that really, really captures the whole expertise that you have. Okay, like for myself, I would always say that I'm a strategist. Okay, a strategist in branding, a strategist in content writing. Okay, but how about you? What are you? Okay, you need to know. So what you need to do is you list down your strength. Okay, what is it that you can do? uh, what makes you different? Have you won any awards? I know that Prof Karim has a lot of awards already. I'm not sure about others, but you can start writing. Have you won any awards? Have you been accredited by any association? What is your research that really has given the impact? Impact, very impactful to the society. Have you have any industrial experiences? Like for me, I do, maybe I'm not known in my research, but I'm known for my industrial experience for copywriting. So you have to look through what is it that you have inside yourself. So now what I need you all to do, okay, you write down, who are you? Who are you for people to know? Okay, who are you for people to have an image about? Who are you for people to think about? Okay, and what is your greatest achievement? The one thing that make you stand out from others. Okay, and then list down all of your accomplishment that you have achieved, so that we can write a biography later in session 2. Then we get into getting to know your audience. Okay, so what is your audience persona? Some of you might think that maybe if they wanted to know more about chemical engineering, it's more about the students who wanted to learn about my chemical. So they have this science background, they have biology background, and so on. But you know what? When your courses are online, it could be they have different background. Okay, so you have to think about who they are. Why would they be interested in your topic? It could be a business man. It could be mothers at home, stay-at-home mothers. So it could be anyone that is your audience persona. Okay, so what you should do is think about what influences their buying decision. Okay, who are the target audience that might want to hear you speak? Who are the target audience that are interested in your course? Okay, want to learn more about what you do or what you teach and willing to pay for the course. Okay, because every course that is out there is actually to solve a problem that they already have inside their life. Like for copywriting, it's to solve business owners, small enterprises. They might not have the budget to actually acquire a copywriter or any advertising agencies, because sometimes advertising agencies charge up to 1 million per campaign. So they might not have that in their budget. So what they do is they learn how to do copywriting themselves, or how to market their product themselves through online courses. So it could be anyone that is your audience, but you know best who are your audience. Okay, so what you need to do is get to know what is the pain points that they need you to address. So for instance, like I said just now, for copywriting, their problem is they cannot acquire copywriters because of the budget constraint. So what we do is we give a course for them to do copywriting themselves, and it must be an easy course. So in your head, you have to have some kind of title like got a business to run but don't have the budget to have your own advertising campaign or your own advertising team. Something like, okay, fret not, we have some solutions for you. Easy steps to copywriting, or easy steps to marketing, or market your brand out there, okay, in social media or anything. So something like that. Okay, you need to know what is their problem, who they are, and how you can solve their problem. So for example, we have stay-at-home mothers who have online business nowadays. Okay, as you can see, they have, they sell a lot of products, fashion apparels, or any other kinds of products. So they wanted to know the right strategies for social media marketing. okay? As they are mothers who are very busy also with their children and their family, you have to know that they have limited time to actually learn about your course. So what they have inside their mind is they want something easy, something easy to digest, easy to do, easy to learn, and easy to get the certificate, okay? So you need to offer them courses that have easy and effective results, okay? So you have to know their problems first. So like I mentioned, mothers have problems between online business and also kids. So they are very busy. They have to be very fast and rushing here and there. So you need to give them that particular mindset portrayal that, okay, we are giving you something easy, something that you can do it just in 10 minutes or do it in just 5 courses or do it in just 5 videos, okay? So that's how you promote your courses to your audience, okay? So what you have is easy. Mothers have their hands full with mothering duties, okay? So effective results, your audience wants market or promote their products easily, or maybe market their products in just 5 days, or maybe, you know, you have to give that particular mindset, okay? So that's why you need to know your audience. This is just an example. It could be your audience are you know, scientists themselves, or it could be they're also food technologists. We don't know, okay? So you need to know who your audience are. So what I need you to do now is exercise 2. You get to know who are your audience, what is their age, why would they be interested in your field or your topic, and how can your course make their life better. Now you need to have this goal, okay? How to differentiate your course from your competitors. Okay, once you know your audience, you have already figured out how to help them in their life, right? Just now I asked you a question, how can you improve their life? Okay, now give a compelling reason for them to invest. What are the areas that you are going to look into that might not be done by your competitors, okay, from other universities or maybe from the industry themselves? Because I see that in Domestika, most of the speakers are actually from the industries, okay, creative directors, technologies, scientists, and so on. Compared to Coursera, most of the speakers are academicians, okay? So how can you differentiate yourself from these two? And then master class is more on celebrities. So how can you differentiate yourself from the celebrities? Not yourself, your course, okay? So you need to find your unique value proposition, okay? A differentiator that makes you different from all of these courses. What is it that makes you different, okay? So like copywriting, there's so many copywriting classes right now. So how do I make my course different from others? For today, it's actually different because I've never taught how to make your course different from competitors, okay? You know, how to write your course different from competitors. I usually ask people to write for advertising, for campaigns, and so on. So this is something different. The workshop is different because it's more on promoting courses, okay? So how about yours? Okay, you need to find out how is your course different from Stanford, from University Malaya, from University UITM, or whichever university that has also offered micro-credential courses, okay? Think about it. Now, after you think about that, you need to think about the so what factor, okay? People usually, when they write, they just say, oh, my courses are offering this and this and this, do this and this and this, and blah, blah, blah. But so what, you know? When we want to buy something, when we see advertisement, they would say, my shampoo can make your hair very smooth, you know, very soft, and then it smells good. But so what? Every shampoo does that, okay? So what makes you different? You have to tell them how or why it will improve their lives, okay? So that's why you need to think about your audience again. Think about their emotions. Think about what they need in life. Copywriting is actually the powerful and influential words conceptualized by writers, actually copywriters, but today is going to be you, okay? All the lecturers who are doing their micro-credential to persuade, motivate, change thinking, attitudes, beliefs, and behavior of other people. So it's more on play of words, okay? You can create pun, you can create witticism, any kind of writing that makes some kind of promotional statement inside it, okay? It should be well constructed and also stimulating. Stimulating in terms of stimulate their attitudes, their emotions, their beliefs, and their behavior. So this is where the words become your own voice, okay? How you speak to the people, okay? So it is known about the commercial activity of creating, maintaining, and deepening profitable relationship, okay, using the written word. So it's more about writing. It's not about visuals. It's not about other things. It's about your content, your written content. So usually, before this, in advertising, we use AIDA: attention, interest, desire, and action. However, as we go through, the digital era, where people are very, engaging inside, the digital platforms, where we have a real-time communication, when you send something, it automatically have feedback and so on. We need to think about emotions. We need to think about their inner reason of wanting to understand or wanting to read your content. So this is where tips formula come in, okay? It takes your prospect from apathy to enthusiasm, okay? It makes you play with the desire to be entertained, connected, valued, recognized, and satisfied. This is actually a formula by Maslin. It helps you write effectively so that you can connect to the emotions of the people. Because when we write, we cannot only write just for the sake of selling our course. We need to write to hit that particular heart of the people, okay? So whatever we do, we always wanted to capture someone's heart and something like that, right? So it's the same with writing, okay? We need to attack the emotion. We need to attack their minds and their behavior. Tips formula is actually tempt, influence, persuade, and sell. For for all of these tips, we have to engage with the emotion without them noticing. So if we write too much of attacking the emotions that they can see it, they will ignore your writing or your advertising or your promotional blurbs or your module description. Okay, so you have to be careful too. So for the first one, it's STEM connects deeply with the prospect emotion, which is the headline, the title of your course, okay? How to hit them, okay? And then influence, deliver the satisfaction you promised when you tempted them. Work on deeper motivations. I will explain in the later slides. Then persuade, make the story about the readers, persuade with arguments, proof, and examples to build emotional rapport. And then sell, finish your write-up with the deepest and most forceful level of emotional engagement to close the sale. So this is the tips formula that is being used by most copywriters, especially for digital platforms such as social media, website, and so on. And today we're going to do it for micro-credential platforms, okay? So yes, sell is call to action. But there is a way to have your call to action for courses. I have a few words that you can use. Okay, for TEM, this is where you need to create something for them to read, a reason for them to read, to foster that connection, to penetrate into the prospects of their emotions and so on. So you need to entice them or attract them inside your blurb or module description. Usually, as I mentioned just now, is in the headline. The headline is the one-liner above your blurb, or maybe the first line of your blurb, okay, or your module description. What is a blurb? I will let you know later. But blurb is a short description to tease you, okay, to tease you on what is this course all about, okay. Then how to create connection. Write something that makes the reader feel happy, surprised, excited, or frightened, okay? But most advertisers love to use this frightened connection, okay? So that people get frightened and they want to buy. So that people get frightened and they want to look into, okay? So you need to know what you want them to do. Do you want them to feel happy? Do you want them to feel excited? Or do you want them to feel frightened? Okay, and then why is that we are using TEM? Usually is for people to, don't turn away, don't click away or close off the website and so on, so that they read further into the module description, because the blurb is where you tempt people the most, okay? So let's say, for example, this is where you need to make a promise. You have to mention that this course is everything you need, for your business, something like that. Or maybe to improve your drawing, to improve your masterpiece, something like that. Your tempt. Okay. Create a writing that makes the reader feel that, okay, I need this. All right. This is 10. Then influence, deliver what you promise. Create a story that draws them. Yes, tergoda beli course walaupun harganya mahal. Betul. So tempt is menggoda lah. Okay. So then you influence, deliver what you promise. Create a story that draws them to your course. Okay. A story, like I mentioned just now. Okay. Mothers who are busy with their kids but also have their online business and they wanted to know how to do social media marketing. Okay. So you need to create a story as if it's the same situation with those mothers. Being known that you know that most business owners are those working from home or stay-at-home mothers and so on. Okay, so you need to create a story that draws them in. Okay, make it into something that they feel that they are, you know, they have that connection or the relevance between them and the story. Okay, make it irresistible. They should think, I want to know more about this, or I want to know the answer. Okay, that's how you create that particular influence. Create a story that says, okay, do you know, or do you have this problem, or maybe got no time to do something. Okay, so we have this problem too. Okay, so now we want to let you know we have a solution for you. Something like that. Make it a story that connect with those people. Okay, the ones that you have already identified. Just now Prof. Karim said something. Banyak duit saya habis sebab tempted beli courses from Udemy. Yes, I also got tempted, especially in Domestika, because most of their blurbs are very tempting. Okay, if you compare to those blurbs or module description in Coursera, it's very dry compared to Domestika. Domestika is very, you know, they have a storytelling. You will get to know this, and then you will do this, and then your life will be better because of this. Okay, that's Domestika. Yes, but for Coursera, even though it's from academicians like us, the description is very dry. This course is about this. This course will do this. You will need to do this. You will need to finish this for your certificate. That's it. Okay, that's the way they write. So it's very dry. So I would be going towards Domestika because the way they write is, you know, more tempting. Okay. So after you influence, you go to Persuade. Persuade is where you turn the story just now from being relevant to them to being a story about them. Okay, so just now you said that, you know, you got that problem, we got this problem too, and then you need a solution, we'll give you the solution, so on. But now turn the story to, this is a problem that you have, this is a solution that we have for you. Okay, so you create something that they can identify with to a story about them. I will show you an example later. Okay, persuade them with arguments, proof, examples, and build emotional rapport. Talk about benefits and testimonials. Okay, so maybe you have testimonials from your past students, or maybe you have testimonials from you know, other lecturers or something. Talk to them about it. Okay, then this persuade is actually to change their minds from not wanting your course to wanting your course, have the intention to learn your course, and actually go and purchase your course. Okay. And then lastly is sell. Sell is where you close the sale to with some call to actions. Call to action is something like book your slot today, or maybe, you know, discover your internal or maybe your inner writing goddess today, or something like that. Okay, change your prospect behavior to take the course. What you need to do is close the sale. Use the 4 R's, which is repeat, remind, reassure, and relieve. Okay, repeat, remind, reassure, relieve. The 4 R's to close the sale. Okay, first you repeat your story again from the beginning. What is it that you're talking about? Okay, like you just now, like I always say, my repetition is, you know, normal, like for the mothers just now, no hassle. Just learn about your social media marketing in 3 easy steps, or in 5 hours or something like that. And then remind them of the reason why they stay with you, the benefits. Okay, the 3 easy steps. Okay, reassure them that they are making the right decision. Okay, wait no more. Purchase your course today. All right, and then relieve them from their money. Okay, so that is 4 R's. Remind, repeat, remind, reassure, and relieve. Repeat, remind, reassure, relieve. Okay. Now, this is an example that I got from one of the Coursera. Okay, this specialization takes a critical look at digital advertising tactics for small business. Students will learn how to generate and launch ads, campaign on small budgets with limited to no design skills. It's very dry, right? It just talk about the specialization and what you will learn how to generate, but it doesn't attack the emotions of the reader. Okay, what you should do using the tip example, okay, tips example is you use the emotion of afraid. Okay, got a business but not sure on how to promote your products? Learn the tactics and skills of launching digital ad campaigns on a small budget. Easy and limited to no design skills. It's the same meaning, okay? But the upper one is very dry, whereas the second part is more promotional, okay? More attacking the emotions of your audience. Okay, you can see the difference, right? Now you need to know how to generate the big idea. Okay, just now we know how to tempt, influence, persuade, and how to sell. So how to generate the big idea? Firstly, you need to know whether you want to do some, the promotional writing, whether you want to be cost specific, something very dry, which is focused on a single benefit and keep it simple. Okay, single benefit of your cost. Okay, something like for mine is copywriting. So my focus would be on how they write, the steps in writing and so on. So that will be inside my module description or my blog. Okay, so or you want to talk about service specific. Okay, outline the problem that it solves. Okay, be clear who provide the service and why is it best value for money. Okay, so this is where you talk about yourself. Okay, who you are, why you're teaching this, and then how this course will benefit them. Okay, so which one you want to use? Cost specific, service specific, or consumer oriented? Consumer oriented is where you attack their their emotions. Okay, make it relevant to the lifestyle and personality of the course taker. Okay, how can it help the course takers or their business? Does it make their lives better, and so on? So you choose first, which direction are you going? Okay, so there are three directions for generating ideas, whether you want to talk about the course only, or whether you want to talk about how you are the star and the course is going to, how you are the star and how your course will help them. Okay, you are the star, not the course. Okay, and then consumer oriented is where the promotional writing is more about, how you can help the course takers, how you can help their business or their education or what. Okay, does it make their lives better and so on? So those are the three things that you need to think first. Which one are you going for? Okay, so if you see inside masterclass, most of it is going through service specific because they bang on celebrities. Do you guys notice that inside masterclass? In masterclass, most of the module description is where they talk about bestseller novel writer or chef, the best chef in Malaysia, in the world. Okay, Gordon Ramsay, or award Grammy award winner Alicia Keys and so on, because they focus on the service. Okay, the person that provide that service. Okay, and then this is about the consumer. All right, so choose which one you want to go for. For my consultation or for my advice, for us, we go for consumer oriented. Okay, because we want to make it more about why they should take this for them. Okay, but sometimes for some of you who thinks that your course is not about making some people's life better, but it's more about, the cost, then you take cost specific. Okay, all right. Now, if you have that guidelines already, you can start writing. So this is where you need to know what kind of words to use. Okay, these are triggering words. Yes, meaning that this is to sell our, not for like website. No. This is about your course. Okay, how to sell your course online. Okay. All right. You need to have triggering words or ideas based on emotions, like I mentioned, because we want to go for consumer oriented. Okay, so we want to create this, this is just examples that I have. Happiness or excitement that you want to, ignite in them, which is, we have good news for you, or what do you love about branding, or what do you love about food technology, or what do you love about mechanical engineering, and so on. You know, you have to mention that so that you can ignite the emotions inside those consumers. And then, or maybe you can use train with experts in whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay, these are some of the words that we usually use to promote. Okay, if you want to use the fear appeal, you use something like, how prepared are you in making your business number one? Okay, last year thousands lost their job, so upgrade your skills for a better chance in employment. These are all fear instilling. Okay, so that people would say, okay, I have lost my job too, so maybe I need to upgrade my skills. Okay, so I need to take this course. All right, so sometimes you need to instill that fear so that people actually would say, okay, I have to take it, I have to take it. Or maybe you want to have that calmness inside your writing, so you say something like, learn the right way to do what, to do what, to do what. Okay, so like for mothers, no hassle and stress free, you can learn about copywriting in just 5 days or something like that. Okay, so it's very calming. So know what kind of emotions you want to trigger. Okay, so this is just examples. Now, we also have call to action words. Okay, so for courses, I came out a few of the, not came out, from Maslin, he actually listed down a lot of call to action words. Okay, that you can use inside your copywriting. But this is the ones that I chose from his list that is suitable for courses. Okay, in usually inside your blurb or your module writing, you need to end with a call to action words. Okay, what should they do after they are very interested, tempted, persuaded, influenced, and so on? What should they do next? Okay, so this is where you need to use words like book your slot now, or enroll in our course today, or buy the course today, choose your future now, or something like that. Hurry, don't wait, and buy your course today, join us today, subscribe, invest your future. You know, those kind of examples. Okay, invest in your future well-being, book your place on our course today. These are all call to action for the last part of the tips. Sell, close the sale. Okay, call to action words. So this is where you can use these words. Okay, and then I see that, you know, some of the triggering words that you can use for courses is discover, learn, realize, and so on. Okay, realize your dream career, or maybe discover your inner creativity, and so on. Or maybe learn about the tricks and techniques of doing promotional writing, you know, something like that. Okay, so get to know all these words so that you can use it inside your blurb or your module description. Okay. Now, what is a blurb? I keep on saying blurb, 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 but what is it? Okay. A blurb is actually a sales pitch for you. Okay. Sales pitch for your course. Okay. A description to wow your readers in grabbing their attention, influence their mind, persuade them, and then sell your course. It should sound like a movie teaser. Okay. So usually when we wanted to watch movies, we would watch the trailer, right? So blurb is like a trailer for your course. Okay, a trailer to tease them. Okay, what is going to happen inside your course? So the number of words that is supposed to be for a blurb, not more than 150 words. But from what I see, when I compared Coursera, Master Class, Domestika, and so on, 90 to 100 words is the best. Okay, because when it's too long, you just lose focus and you skip next. Okay, or you just click away. You just don't want to read about it. Okay, so 90 to 100 word is the best, but it can be up to 150. All right, so this is where you create a value statement about who you are, who you are, what is your course about, and how the course can help the reader. Okay, because as you can see, most of the courses that you have, you only mention about the course. Okay, from what I see from Micro-credential, because I've been in, I've been looking into some Micro-credential in USM. I see that most description is just talking about the course description. Okay, it's not about selling. Okay, so tell first who you are, the one that is conducting the class, what is your course about, and how the course can help the reader. So use some kind of fun and relaxed language to get the people interested. Okay, because sometimes when it's too formal, it's very dry. When it's too dry, people don't read. People just, or maybe the class is also as dry as the blurb. Okay, they might think that way. All right, so what you need to do is create it to be more engaging. All right. Usually, these are some of the blurbs that I saw as good examples. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is in masterclass. But as you can see here, it is because they have celebrities, they have bestseller writers and so on. So they use that to grab the attention of the readers. With 4 New York Times bestsellers, Daniel Pink is an influential voice in the evolving landscape of sales and motivation. Now the author of To Sell is Human, one of his books, teaches you science-backed principles for effective and ethical sales and persuasion. Learn tactics for achieving better outcomes in any interaction, at home or at work, and tools for framing your message, navigating cognitive biases, and pitching ideas, products, or yourself. As you can see here, 1, it tempts you with this celebrity, okay, the Daniel Pink, okay. And then the influence is about, okay, we have some science-based principles for you to learn, okay. And then it says here, you can learn it anywhere. So it is a good persuasion. Okay, you can learn it anywhere. Don't worry. You can do it at home or at work. Okay, and then you close the sale. Okay, it's for yourself, for maybe your products or for your ideas. Okay, it has all the tips inside one blurb. All right, so you need to write something like this. So it is very interesting. Okay, this is one example. Second example is also from masterclass. One of the most important and influential artists working today, Jeff Koons, is perhaps best known for his iconic balloon dog. Okay, so as you can see here, it always came out with one greatest achievement of that person. Okay, it's same with here. To Sell is Human teaches you. So this is must be his book that has sold millions of copies maybe. Okay, so his greatest achievement, one greatest achievement. Same here with Jeff Koons, one greatest achievement, balloon dog. Okay. Now, he's inviting you to an intimate, thought-provoking conversation about the history, purpose, and pleasures of art. Okay? Learn how color, scale, form, and texture can help you express ideas and communicate with others. Leave your judgment, self-judgment, and fear behind. The world is waiting for your art. So there's tempt, there's influence, there's persuade, and there's sell. Okay? All right. So this is where you need to construct your mind so that you have to write something similar. I know that maybe, like for me, I don't have something that is best known across the world, something like Daniel Pink or Jeff Koons, but you have to find something in you, okay, that exudes or, make you stand out from others, all right? You guys are still with me, right? Okay. I'm so afraid that my line suddenly cut off or something. All right. Okay. This is from Domestika. Okay. Copywriting principles of writing for advertising. This is also a blurb. It has one liner, the headline. Learn techniques to translate your ideas into words and create powerful copy in different formats. And then they have 2 para to tempt you, persuade you, influence you, and so on. So, firstly, tempt you by telling you that the instructor is actually an award-winning copywriter from Keynes. Okay, the Keynes Award is one of the highest achievement for creative people. Okay, and then translating ideas into creative concept is an art. So she tells you what she's going to do, a promise, and then persuade you, learn the basic principles, creative tools, helpful techniques, and copywriting tricks for creating good copy. That is persuade. And then discover the entire process of ad campaign and develop your own, from brainstorming to creating pieces and publishing them in different formats. That's sell. Okay, so this is where all of the tips is implemented inside the blurbs. Can you guys do something like this? I believe you can.
Can.
Okay. All right. So this is another example, but this one is very brief. Okay. As you can see, plan and write a novel in 90 days or less. It makes a promise, right? A temp promise. Learn how to plan and write entertaining and engaging novels that your readers will love. A promise. Okay. Influence. From scratch. Something that is like, wow, from scratch, just 90 days of writing a novel. Are you serious? I'm writing an article pun berapa lama ambil masa kan? Okay, so you get them interested with some promise, but you have to ensure that your promise is actually delivered. Okay, and then the sell is get access today. Alright, but this is very simple. We don't want something like this because this is a very simple course, okay? So we want something like Domestika or Masterclass. Just now you learn about blurbs. Blurbs dia macam short teaser, okay? A short description about your course. But right now you have to write your module description, about your course. It depends on certain website. Ada website guna about your course. Macam kita punya Micro-credential is module description. So you need to have this rationale or information that is very clear and easy to digest lah for course takers. So usually we have to highlight on the key content, the knowledge and skills that these course takers will learn and experience. Okay, so use common terms. Macam tadi pun in blurbs, most of you use a lot of jargons kan. I understand sebab macam even me, I thought it's not a jargon because maybe I say copywriting, maybe when I say mass communication, or when I say engagement, or you know, all those words sounds to me like not a jargon because kita setiap hari guna kan dalam kita punya course and dalam kita punya teaching, and we've learned about it since our degree and so on. But you have to remember, not everyone that takes your course could be from the same field. So kita kena tone downkan sedikit lah, not entirely, because I understand macam pharmacology, from science background semua perlukan all those jargons to ensure that people understand this is about this. But tone down sikit saja supaya tak nampak macam you are really talking about this course sahaja, so that people can understand better what is this course about. Okay. So the number of words for your module description tak terlalu banyak, sebab kalau banyak nanti orang lose focus. 100 to 200 words. Okay. Sebab bagi most readers, when you want to grab their attention, it should be between 3 to 4 minutes je. Sepatutnya bawah daripada 3 minit. Okay. Especially bila dalam website, sebab kita macam tahu kita sangat busy kan. Kita nak orang tu baca secepat mungkin dan digest and then terus buat action. Alright, so try to limit your words to 100 to 200 words, and then the format is, first you need to say why do the course needs to be covered. Okay, maknanya mengapa benda ni kena ada. You know, the problem tu lah kan tadi, macam tadi. Macam the blurb, but not so much into teasing. Okay, excuse me. And then how will it help the course takers, so that we can bang on the emotion of the course takers. What are the key contents or principles to be taught? Okay, yang ni you boleh cakap pasal those jargon, software dan sebagainya. And then what are the activities or assessment that the course takers need to do? Because usually bila course takers nak baca tentang description or read on description, they want to know how will it help my life? What are the things that I will learn? And what do I need to do? What do I need to do is the activities kan, ataupun assessment yang dia kena buat. Macam saya dulu masa saya ambil foundation certificate pun is the same thing. Saya baca yang tu juga. Saya nak tahu okay berapa lama saya kena ambil course ni, and then siapa pengajarnya, apa dalam content dia, interesting atau tak interesting, and then alamak kena buat essay ke, kena buat exam ke, apa ke. Yang tu yang kita nak tahu last sekali. So you have to have that format inside about your course. So this is an example of a really long about this course. And I feel that, okay, dia ini dalam edX, okay, it is taught by Harvard Business School, Professor Tarun Khanna. It's a business and management course. So dia memang very conversational. Dia guna you will learn about prior attempts to address dan sebagainya. The focus of this course is on individual agency. What can you address? And then the creative process. The course then teaches you on blah blah blah. And then the settings are diverse. Dia memang very informative. But it's too long, lebih daripada 200 words. So sometimes nanti you will lose your audience bila dia sampai dekat the second paragraph. Okay, orang dah macam okay lah, I dah tahu dah apa benda ni, okay fine, dia tolak je. Padahal kat bawah tu selalunya ada call to action. Bila kat sini nampak it's very long. So and then the way they write pun very factual. Cuma dia ada conversational lah. So what you need to think about is when you write about this course, you also need to know that you are still persuading them, you know, to take your course. Okay, bukan hanya blurb saja. Your module description pun you're still trying to capture them. So yang ni Coursera pula pun sama. Apa tu? Dia lebih kurang 200 words. Tapi yang ni sangat very technological. Jargon tu memang banyak sangat. Okay, as you can see here, machine learning is the science of getting computers to act without being explicitly programmed. In the past decade, machine learning has given us self-driving cars, practical speech, effective research and a vastly improved understanding of the human genome. Pervasive to date, you probably use it dozens of times. So as you can see, dia memang betul-betul cerita what is machine learning all about. Okay, boleh. You can do that. You can always do that. It's just that it's too much about machine learning sehingga macam bila nak tahu pasal kelas baru dah in the middle of the content. So you might lose the focus of your course takers. Okay, selalunya bila kita nak grab their attention, kita jangan dwell atau blab too much about it. Okay, kita make it punchy. Okay, machine learning is about what? Okay, one liner enough. And then terus straight away, you have this problem. Okay, so we are trying to help you with this problem. So in this class, this is where you will learn about machine learning about apa-apa. Okay, because sekarang ni dia macam berjela-jela cerita machine learning apa, and then baru cerita pasal in class akan buat apa. Lepas tu pasal teori, dan finally you learn about Silicon Valley best practices in. It's too many things to digest. Okay, try to limit it. Okay, walaupun sepatutnya course description atau module description sepatutnya very in depth on trying to tell you what you will learn and so on, but at the same time think about how people will digest your information. Lagi-lagi dia punya peletakan words pula terlalu dekat semuanya, tidak dijarak-jarakkan. Maybe should be in this class dijadikan sepatutnya paragraf kedua supaya nampak ada gap after you learn about machine learning, then you learn about the class. Okay, and then this course provides blah 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 blah, and then this course will also draw from numerous case study and blah blah blah. Still, there's no call to action on what they should do after this. Should they enroll or should not enroll? So the tips formula is also not used wisely lah inside this Coursera punya module description. So these two, walaupun memang very informative, but dia tak catchy. Dia bukan promotional writing. Okay, so I just want to show the difference between this and this. This is module description from Domestika. Like I said, they really can tempt you, influence you and persuade you to actually buy diorang punya course. Okay, firstly, the cerita. Start to get to know Erica Egg, who shares with you her journey as an advertising creative and what inspires her concepts and text. Then she goes over the course program and explains the final project to you. Okay, so dia macam very conversational. Cerita, okay, you get to know me, and then after that I will show you what's going on. Okay, then dia cakap, discover the principles of copywriting, the day-to-day tasks of copywriter and the most used tools in the field. So dia bagi tahu, okay, I'm going to tell you about copywriting and what is the tools that you're going to learn, and then this is how I write. Okay, how you will write too. Okay, then share some tips for you to use in your campaign and common mistakes to avoid and so on. Learn about. So again, dia cakap, so that you don't need to think about too much on how to solve a problem sangat about your advertising campaign, because I have the solution for you. Okay, mistakes pun I akan tunjuk, dan dia memang betul-betul cerita. Walaupun dia tak menggunakan jargon sangat, tapi she actually entice you to learn more about it. Okay, and then dia bagi tahu, okay, what they need to do, the assessment, and at last what you will get. Alright, so this is what you will need to do for your module description. Make it very interesting, sebab I know most of you from science dengan technology background mungkin rasa macam, how can we do this, because this is more on creative. You still can do this. You start with making an introduction about your course by saying it in more layman punya situation. Then you say, okay, to solve that problem, this is what you need to learn. Okay, then you talk about all the theories, the principles, then your technical jargons and so on. Then you say, okay, with this course, what they need to do. Okay, the assessment that they need to go through, or the exams and so on. In the end, this is what you will get, a certificate of what. Okay, so then they know what they need to go through, what they need to finish, and what they will get in the end. The benefit, the so what factor is answered. Okay, so remember, in the first part, you need to get the goal out. Okay, what makes your course different from others? Remember the first exercise just now, the goal, the so what factor, it must be stated in the first para. Okay, this is another about this course from Coursera. Even though it's from Coursera, but this one sounds a bit layman and also easy to digest. Okay, because it banks on the problem of the course takers. the problem of society and how we can solve this society problem through this course, okay? And then it states on what will this course offer, the topics, and how these topics can help the society again. So it banks on the course takers punya emotional side, okay? You know, why we are supposed to be afraid, what makes us happy, and so on. It's about mental illness. So this is about psychology, introduction to psychology. All right. So you can do something like this too. It does not mean you need to write so long for your module description. All right. This is another one in Udacity. Why take this nano degree program? Communicating effectively is one of the most important skills built on your data or business background to drive data-driven recommendation, whether you are a data analyst looking to communicate more effectively or a business leader looking. So here you can see they know who they're talking to, the audience. It's either data analyst or a business leader, okay? And then you will finish this program to use data effectively in visual stories and presentation. So it gives you a problem, it gives you a solution, okay? And then here, there are the supporting statement to back up, okay, to show that why you need this program, because according to Link, this is what is most in demand skill. So that's why you need to get into this School of Cybersecurity. You know, these are the things that you need to do for your model description. Make a persuasion that makes them really want to learn about your course, okay? It doesn't mean that although your course is you know, very jargon, very technical, that is not an interesting program. You can make it interesting through how you write your module description. All right. So you get how you want to do about your course or module description. So tricks and steps to grade copy, sebab macam saya cakap tadi, apabila dah tahu macam mana format dan sebagainya, kadang-kala kita terlupa ada benda-benda yang kita tak boleh buat. Macam tadi saya cakap jangan terlalu banyak jargon, nanti orang tak faham, kita kena jadi layman sikit. Dan ada juga beberapa perkara lain yang tips-tips untuk anda menghasilkan ataupun write a really great copy. Alright, so what are the right techniques to write your copy for your blurb, module description and biography? So you have already known the format. Now you need to know what are the tricks, okay? Firstly, avoid generalities. Be direct and tell readers about the benefits of following the course. A lot of course description and blurbs and module description, they like to use words such as quality, value, service, caring, and integrity. A lot of courses like to do that. But what does it mean actually? So those are generalities, maknanya words that are overused and meaningless, okay? So try to not use words such as quality, value, service, caring, or integrity, because you don't know what it really means, okay? If you want to use something like quality punya kind of meaning, maybe you can say something like this is a worth learning course, okay? Rather than saying that this is a quality course, okay? Or if you want to say this is a valuable course, sometimes it sounds like it gives a depth to your course, tapi sebenarnya it depends on the person who reads it. Sometimes they don't think it's valuable. Okay, so try to avoid using that valuable word. Okay, service. When you say this course give you great service ke apa ke kan, that's just general punya apa tu benefit. So but everyone gives good service. So what makes yours different? You have to mention. Okay. And then you say that you care about them. That's why you provide this course and so on. Sometimes people use that. But what does care mean? Everybody cares about each other. So who cares? Okay. So sometimes don't use that care word. And integrity. Everyone has integrity. So what makes your course different? So benda-benda tu semua memang kena fikirlah, jangan gunakan those words, okay? And then don't boast too much about yourself or your course. Macam saya cakap tadi kan, macam when you create a course, don't talk too much about yourself, okay? Don't talk too much about what your course can do, what your course can do this and do that. People don't really care. People want to know what's in it for them, okay? What's the benefit for them. So don't brag, okay? You can brag a bit, tapi not too much, okay? And then so for example, when you boast, you say heavenly smell pine kan, ataupun macam tadi Dr. Izam ataupun Dr. Syarkawi tu, dia cerita pasal diri dia je kan. So macam bila macam tu people macam okay. Lepas tu kenapa nak kena tahu sangat banyak pasal dia kan. So try to lessen it. So maintain the right tone, use present tense and active voice supaya dia rasa macam ada immediate sense where they need to do something at that right time. And to purchase your course or to buy your course, to enroll in your course or something. So use present tense and active voice. And it is also to make your copy more interesting or more lively lah. Okay. And then love your course. Your readers would want to feel the passion to ignite the want to your cause. So usually, I will always tell my students this: when you write something, you have to love what you write. Because if you don't love what you write, you will not make the person who reads it to feel love too. So write something that you feel good about, that you rasa macam akan menyebabkan orang lain pun rasa good. Okay. And then appeal to rational and emotional sides. Like I mentioned just now numerous times, don't just talk about the cause, but talk about how the cause will change your readers' feelings, lives, or solve their problem, so that they feel connected. They feel there's a relevance between the cause and them. Okay. And then write to one individual. So just now, a lot of you straight away say students, participants, and so on. It makes it very, you have a block between them, a barrier. Okay. When you have a barrier between them, it doesn't feel intimate. When it doesn't feel intimate, they don't feel associated. They don't feel there's relevance between you and the cause, and you. So nanti dia orang tak nak baca dah. So when they read, they should feel personalized. So use you, I, and so on. Okay, be layman, avoid jargons. A lot of you have jargons, I understand, because of you have your scientific programs, you have your terms and so on. I understand, but make it understandable. Okay, make it a more layman so that you don't have to explain it again. What is it all about? Like just now, as I mentioned, for online courses, we do not know who our audience are, especially where they do not need to show certain qualification to get into your course. Okay, so it could be anyone taking your course. So you have to remember, when you have too many jargons, it might make them afraid to take your course. So lessen it a bit. You can say some of it, but lessen it a bit so that they know, okay, I will get to learn about it inside the course, but right now I will learn about this first. And then once I get into the course, she or he will explain the jargons later. Okay. Use transition. Bridge your thoughts with therefore, but. You can use all of those words. Avoid cliches. Bring fresh new ideas. Avoid cliches like early bird, world class. All those words are cliches. People don't like it. Okay, people will read it and they know this is all promotional punya words. So try to, you can do promotional writing tapi tak nak orang notice. Okay, don't make them notice too much of promotional writing. And then very length and structure of sentence. It depends on the format just now. You can do it from 90 to 150 words for blurbs, or you can do it from 90 words to 100 words for blurbs. It depends on how you write. So create simple, engaging, and easy to understand sentences. So make the strange familiar. The family strange is when you write your sentence, jangan terlalu macam tadi ada mouthful, where you have two things at once in one sentence, and then some of you mention too much jargons and so on. Make it simple so people can understand your writing. And when you write out loud, because when you write out loud, it's as if you're speaking to another person. And when you speak to another person, it doesn't sound like a formal writing. So when it's not formal writing, it's more towards promotional writing. So I always ask my students, say out loud, so that when you listen to it, does it sound stupid? Does it sound too formal? Does it sound like a rubbish? If yes, change your sentence, make it better. Okay. And then use contractions. You can use don't, couldn't, haven't, it's, you can use that. It doesn't mean that you have to be very formal. Then pay attention to your words. So for this example, expires on 23rd March. It's very boring. So you can tone it down, make it more interesting, enjoy it by 23rd March. So pay attention to how you use your words. And then test your copy. Read it out loud. Like I mentioned just now, if you find it cringy or sounds stupid, ditch it and rewrite. All right. Last, like I've mentioned a lot of times, edit. Look into your words, whether it's any mistakes, typos, spelling, grammars, and so on. and then see whether your copy jive with the whole course that you have, so that it is very consistent, so that all the visuals and write-up blend together perfectly inside your micro-credential, so that it doesn't sound like the upper part is written by someone else, the middle part is written from someone else, the bottom part is written by someone else. So it sounds like there's so many voices, okay? So make sure that there's only one tone, one voice from the first part until the last part, all right? Now, the writing checklist. When you see your blurb, your module description, and also your biography, you need to ensure that whether it is interesting or compelling. So when you read out loud or when you reread it again, you have to listen. Is it interesting for you yourself, okay, to actually stop and read your own course or go through your course, okay? So try to ask yourself, bunyi macam sedap tak? Kalau tak sedap, tukar baru, okay? And then if you feel that it's too wordy, can you reduce the word count? Okay? See if you can. Like I showed a few examples tadi, Coursera ada yang panjang, ada yang pendek kan. Tapi bila kita baca, yang panjang tu terlalu wordy, terlalu banyak jargons dan sebagainya. Manakala yang pendek tu very direct, is emotional punya attachment dan sebagainya. So you can use that. And then is it in the right order? Okay, macam saya cakap tadi, ikut format. First talk about you, and then talk about your course, and then talk about how the course can benefit the customers, and then tell them what to do next. So use the tips formula. And then read again whether you believe the message, whether you think that people can believe the message, and then go straight to action. All right. And then does it include a clear call to action? Like I mentioned just now, you need to have your sales, okay? Close the sale, the sell part. You need to have your call to action. And then do you have or do you use the reader's language? Because reader's language mesti kita turuti sebab kadang-kadang ada orang faham, ada orang tak faham.